Hello and welcome back to Tiki Town 2, our constant struggle getting some food. Um, I noticed, even though last time I complained about computers not being computers, these computers here are computers that we can disassemble. And we are like 3 XP away from level up. So that's sorted. We can hotwire cars if we ever find mechanics. Alright, I don't think I've had the time for it though. I did, after waking up, check the storage down here, and would you know what? That's where the missing crowbar was. So I put it upstairs into the storage with the other items. I'm also kind of thinking, I'm tired of walking, so we're actually going to drive over to the DMV or so. My thought about the whole moving into the new base is I probably want to give it some more days until most of the corpses have despawned, because otherwise, you know, moving into a base that has a big free food beacon outside of it seems not so appealing unless you're a zombie. In that case, then it's very appealing. That's not the kind of audience I want to appeal to. So for now, we're still on the endless quest for more food, which, you know, seems a little bit weird to me. There's a so I'm always thinking here. There's a friendly other YouTuber I watched, and in one of his series, so it's called Chuck Miller Plays. In one of his series where he was in Raven Creek, like basically every episode he was like, "Oh, and we're still searching for scraps of food and everything." He had a base right next to the water. He didn't have any settings that reduced his fishing or any other stuff, and I'm like, "Dude, you have a big farm. You can just fish." Now here, our game settings obviously kind of prevent actually getting food in a reliable way. But I still find it funny that now I'm in the situation I was always complaining about, of constantly looking for more food. Oh, this baseball bat feels good. Not if you're a zombie, though. Ah, well, that's 3 sitting here. 1, 2, 3. 3 strikes and you're out. And that zombie got up and then thought, ah, nah, screw it, I'll take another bite. Anyone else? Oh yeah, okay, there's someone else. Anyone else want a can of whoop ass? Giving out free samples here. We might have to do another quick check on the bodies here. If we get more keys for the storage units. That would be kind of convenient. Now, I'm assuming most of these zombies were from that group we saw at the far end. Oh, what happened here? All the garages, garage doors smashed in? It's crazy. What? I've never seen something like that happen in like such a storage place, yeah. Didn't see a meat cleaver there somewhere, no. Now, on the one hand, chance of finding food in storage lockups kinda low. On the other hand, curiosity of what we find there, kinda high. Summary, we're gonna check that out quickly. What's this all assuming that this was the group we saw at the far end and that this is gonna be mostly empty now? You know, if I had this car and was in this situation, I would be driving from door to door here instead of running in the rain. Oh, that's food right there. Also, what is this? Quite sure. No, it's actually full wine. This is like bar storage, I want to say. Oh, cool. Empty. Oh, let me actually just disassemble this. We could if we had something. We can also. Okay, alright. I'm assuming there's probably more baseball bats in the back. I have the car right here, but I never unloaded it, so it's very full. Let's just keep in mind we've got a ton of baseball bats back here. Batteries. Okay. Yes, then this might have some medical. Yeah, medical steel sheets. Okay. Steel sheets, and no idea what the rest is. Old newspapers. Man, I know people like this. Assuming this is all gonna be more batteries, electrical equipment. Here there's a scanner module, one of the rarest items, if I remember correctly, in the vanilla game. Or it was in build 41. And that's where we got the other set of baseball bats. Okay. Given the amount of empty lockers we find, I don't see high motivation to actually bash into any of these. Yeah, it wouldn't be far-fetched to have one of these full of like canned food or something like that, but maybe that's too much to ask for. Take a blue rubber duck. I'm hearing zombie breathing sounds. Did I ever pick up a whetstone? I know we're not using weapons that need to be sharpened. In case we ever need to sleep somewhere where it's not. We don't have a what you call it? A bed. It's the zombie we were hearing. Okay, do I just want to grab these baseball bats? Let me double check how much room I have. I have a fair amount of room here. We'll live on the ground first though, while I'm still sorting out the boxes here. Putting them back down, we do the boxes into the shelf. Mark. Yeah, this is there's definitely a couple baseball bats that we have now. Any additional ones? Over eager about, yeah, I can fit them in here. No, I can't. Okay, yeah, we'll just throw them away somewhere. Print. Closed, I tried. You also don't have a key. Oh. Oh, oh, hi. Okay, hang on. I think we can put at least one baseball bat in our driver's seat, and we can still get inside. That shows 4 point. Let's just test. Can we still get inside? Seen too many Reddit posts lately with people who are like, "Oh, I filled up my driver's seats and I can no longer get into my car." But you can always open the door from the outside with the V menu. That just takes time. Very often you need to have a quick getaway in your car and not fiddle around with your inventory. Any more? That's the loud breather we heard earlier. I'm still surprised how many there were here. Like, we cleared this out, right? Then we went inside to loot, come back out, and there's 10 new zombies. I like that. I like that this mod, like, I haven't figured it out yet. what the range is of attraction and how long it's gonna attract zombies for and all that stuff. Metal baseball bat holding out strong. What was that car there? Doesn't strike me as something that would have food inside, but yeah, I'm not sure what I expected. Like that should have been exactly what I was supposed to expect here. Alright, we got some feeders. I don't think I opened that last night. I did not expect this zombie to be on this side of the door. But apparently this sign is blocking line of sight. Well, those guys are bashing through that door up there. I was going to eat my stew. We don't have time for that. Cleared this place out fairly thoroughly, I want to say. I'm kind of curious if there's any sort of storage space and if there's anything in this place. Now, this tunnel in the back used to be pretty dark. I'm kind of surprised that it's now kind of lit up. Maybe because it was night when we were here, right? Yeah. Always another zombie here. I'll be concerned that there's a second zombie we encountered inside that bar, which we spent a fair amount of time in yesterday, so... I don't remember killing anybody inside, so they're not dragged inside by the smell of sweet flesh. Yeah, right. Definitely. That's a maybe gin. We get some spirits here. Not much. So we don't really have room in the car. That's a little concerning. Maybe I'll just. Well, that's the advantage of having a car, I guess. We'll just drive back to the police station and throw a bunch of the booze somewhere there where we think we might need it. Maybe some of the baseball bats. Maybe everything. What? Right. Well, we didn't find much food so far today. We found a decent amount of calories in the form of alcohol, so that might be helpful already. Take on a couple zombies here while in combat. That's not too bad. One. I still find this whole trick of it's easier to spot the zombies if you look away. Kind of silly, but also it works. It just works. I'm not going to drive to the fire station. You know, I still have the plan of moving in here eventually. So we're gonna one guy there, one guy there. I guess we gotta kill some zombies first. Concerning. Chase after one zombie and another and another and another shows up and another. It's fine. This is what we're gonna utilize for our base. For now though, we're just gonna do my favorite thing. Organization. Double checking that I don't leave any food items behind. Then while we're at it, let's... Oh no, actually, that's the food items exactly that I don't want to leave behind. One spare baseball bat on me. Food in there. That's the book we're reading. Alright. Any zombies around? No? Okay. And then organize this. Beautiful. What do you mean, disorganized character? I've got an organization scheme, you just don't understand it. So it kind of freaks me out that for a split second you see my characters just sitting in thin air. And yeah, ignore the whole washing thing the whole day, and we're gonna get set in the afternoon. Didn't I just clear out this? Now 5 zombies. Returning into work. Come over here anyway. Right, you know what? Let him have his food. It's still not a zombie, even though he spooked me out for the 15th time. Now it's almost 7. I feel like, on the one hand, I kind of want to check out some more stuff. Utilize the time of day. On the other hand, maybe we check out that building just past the FBI office. Also clean up any zombies in this part of town. I must have completely missed that guy when I was driving past. This is like keeping your garden clean of weeds. Rip one out and 2 new ones have already grown. I wasn't basically constantly thinking about the food situation. I would probably consider burying zombies to not attract more, but I just don't think we can afford the time. Also, if randomly looted a zombie, he has a full pack of cigarettes. Wonderful. No, I think I've not been. And I just threw all the lighters on the ground in the police station. I have plenty of cigarettes. I should really be smoking more. Keeps me anxiety under control. Probably also keep the sadness a little bit further away. That wasn't what I was looking at before. That's the one. We have the storage units. That was looking interesting. This, if I remember correctly, this is like the... Is this the Civil War Museum? It used to be next to the fire station in the old Tiki Town. So, aggressively moving in on zombies without resting at any point here. Not my smartest move. So we're gonna aggressively move away. There's like 5 zombies having a lunch over there. Do we have cigarette lighters and cars yet? We do. Bon appetit. Not here, and we also saw something just came out of there. I was thinking, these are exactly the outside lights I need for my base in my other playthrough. Letting in. I guess we're not pushing towards the museum. Yes, we still have corpses here outside the building. There's always still a risk. Basically, zombies get kind of daisy-chained in, right? They have some corpses, snacks over there, and then they come a little bit closer, and then these are in range for the smell, and it's... Lots of uncertainty about this. Ah, water's off. Water's off. Okay. Probably not going to be annoying. It's a good reason to now potentially move towards the police station then. Problem is, you can't say, well, wash, if you don't have enough for all clothing, wash as much clothing as you can. Nope. Wash each part on its own. And it takes so much water. Like each sink and toilet has 20 liters. Alright, and we went through 5 of them just now, just to get a full wash. Right, we don't have a lighter. Did I put a spare lighter in here? Yes, plenty actually. Alright. I'm assuming we're back at... No, we're not going down. We're actually back recovered at 76. I will just chomp on the butter now, though. Yes, that makes me a little bit unhappy, for which we're just gonna read a comic book. It's going up again. Yes, and then we'll throw the remaining booze here inside. Okay. So from tomorrow on, if we do our daily wash up, it's gotta be in that pool in that memorial building across the road. The police station. So it's probably really about time that we move over there, figure out where we can sleep, where we can store our stuff, and how we can secure the entrances, I guess. But that's something for future Survivor to worry about. Current Survivor is gonna sit back, relax, read a little bit in his book about masonry, think about days of a bricklayer's life. So yeah, we're gonna put a cut in here, and the struggle for food continues in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.